Blood Oath performed every Friday starting April 12th at the Frontier Theater at Thorndale. I'll be there April 19th for your information. He was also the president of the Streamwood High School chapter of the Drama Club. I will hold your applause. Give it up for Trevor Kravitz!
You brought out my presidential status. Yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah. I love this guy's haircut. Yeah. He's leaving. He's got a check to pay. How you guys doing? All right. Cool. Yo, so I'm from Streamwood originally. I've been gone. My mom's been paying my rent in Chicago, so I got to run away before all my other deadbeat friends got to run away. It was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun.
At least you recognize.
Yeah, well, all us deadbeats used to thank you, Auntie Karen. I hope we should keep a report of the whole show. It's gonna be great. And Mom, if you could keep talking too, so people like just keep yelling about how your son's up. It's gonna be great. Great other thing too, man. I was driving by here. I was taking the scenic route. He told you earlier. I drove in by the roller rink and it's closed. Yeah, you guys closed the fucking roller rink. Oh yeah, you would. Well, you didn't come in with rocks or anything like that. It's not like the state closed it. Those bastards. When I was 12, I used to get so many above the pants hand jobs in that place. It was great. I mean, now looking back, now I understand why it got closed. 12-year-olds are getting above the pants hand jobs in that place. From the staff, it was Steve. I don't know if you guys remember Steve, the old guy. Robert dad, he was my dad. It was great, dude. Rentals, boom. You guys know what glow stick skate was? Lights out. Lights out at the roller rink for Uncle Stevie. Steve. I'm kidding. He didn't rape anybody. At least no one I knew. No one I knew. I would have loved to get raped by Steve though, because I could have gotten the roller rink for free. That was like $8 a weekend. You know how many quarters out of the couch that was? None. My mom pays my rent. Remember? My mom pays my rent. She paid for them roller skates. Paid for that admission. She has a job. Cool. Who here's got jobs? Cool. I got a job. I'm part-time right now because I'm still in school and shit. So but it makes me feel like I'm doing something. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. My boss is here. He's got his iPhone out. He's got 8 iPhones, by the way. I don't want that to be known too. He's got juggles 8 iPhones. He's waving behind one. Oh man, I hurt myself recently. I'm just thinking about the roller rink, and I broke my wrist there, and I fucked my ankle up recently. And yeah, it was terrible. It was a really bad thing. You don't think about how mortal you are until you hurt yourself a little bit. I felt like such an old man. Life started flashing before my eyes. And I realized I was gonna be a terrible old man because anytime anybody held the door for me, I can do it myself! I can do it myself! Back off! Alright, come help me though, because this stare hurts. This stare hurts. It's help me when I want it. Know that about handicapped people. Don't offer them help. They can do it until they can't. They can do it until they can't, and then you better be there. Oh, man. God, I just want to take this in for a second. I'm so happy that this one in the corner is still on. So that way people who are in their poker game can stay involved with the show. With they got aces, they got pockets. They can know. Oh man. But I hurt myself, but words hurt too. When I was a kid growing up, people were pretty bullying here. We like to bully, we like to be rough in Streamwood. There was this one kid, and it was I grew up in post 9/11. I'm young, I grew up in post 9/11, and there was this one Pakistani kid in my school, and everyone made fun of him because he was gay. I guess I'm just saying, we treat gay people badly, but who cares? His dad was probably a terrorist, right? Racial profiling, right? I'm not a fan of racial profiling. I'm a fan of cultural profiling, though. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind a brother and Brooks Brothers, but a honky and some FUBU or South Pole, I still get scared, dude. Anybody wearing jeans down to here, is probably looking for my wallet. It's more of a belt issue, not a black issue. You know what I mean? It's that kind of deal. I think we need to start accepting that. I'm loving you. She's loving this. This is great. Oh man. There's a nice fog that happens when you get on stage, a nice glow. I think it's because I have dirty glasses, and I just find out at this moment I have really dirty sunglasses. Or regular glasses. What? Stay with you guys?
Are you blacking out?
I got regular glasses on. I'm a normal folk. I'm a normal folk with regular glasses on.
Jesus.
taking her home tonight, right? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Here with Indiana Jones, or are you're with Indiana? Who's gonna rock to the Temple of Doom? Who's gonna rock to the Temple of Doom tonight? Guys? Leave the money on the nightstand. I'm all good, man. Oh, that's great. This guy reminds me of the one guy who used to give me shit back in high school. Like, I always wanted to be an actor, and you know, I was in theater class. Right? Right? Yeah, no, I was in like theater. I was in drama department, all that stuff. Had a good time. And yeah, there was just this one guy. He was one of my friend's dads, and like, he'd always come up to me like, "So what are you gonna go to school for?" I'm like, because he had a southern accent in Streamwood. You know, he was like, "What are you gonna go to school for?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I'm studying to be an actor. You know, maybe film classes or something, a little writing." He's like, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do about a job?" The guy's got one tooth missing. The guy's living in the house that his grandparents bought in Streamwood. This guy doesn't have a job. He's a biker who sells meth in the garage. Like, it just always confused me why this was the guy. Like I was always told my whole life that people were gonna be not supportive, and the only guy who wasn't was like, just like the one guy you didn't want to listen to. You know, it was like, oh, you know. Billy's dad makes crystal. You probably. And this is pre-Walter White, you know, Blue Day. So it's not even fashionable yet, you know. AMC hasn't tapped into that market. It's just like bad, you know.
Breaking Bad.
Oh man. But everyone else I think in my life was like far too supportive. I think there's this issue that we don't realize with our families, where it's just like, they got so fucked by their parents. That they're like, you know, they just got shit on day after day, that they feel like with us 20-somethings, they just be like, you're gonna be great, like, you're gonna do it. Oh, you're taking another year off school? Go for it, you know? I literally had my mom like call me in the morning, like, I'm like, oh no, I'm late for work, I gotta do work, and she's like, just quit that job, you don't need it. Quit the job, Trevor. Just come back home and hang out for a bit. You're fine, you don't need that guy, you don't need that job. I'm like, no, I know, like, I need a job, like, I'm gonna graduate soon, like, I hope to stop using your money, like, I'm wondering if I'm gonna I think I'm gonna cut myself off, is what's gonna end up happening. Like, no, Mom, no more money, and, like, no more cards, and I'll see you on holidays, like, normal stuff, dude. At least, like, the way I thought the family was supposed to be, you know? Oh, man. Speaking about my mother, let's talk about sex, right? I've like just recently discovered casual sex. Like that's something new for me. It's been pretty cool. Like I didn't realize how cool it was gonna be. Like because for a long time it was like girls either didn't like me or they were in love with me. And like I'm not saying that to be like, it was like one out of every 100 girls would be like in love with me, and she was the weird one because she, you know, she's like, oh, you're quirky, you know, like you're quirky, I'm gonna be in love with you. So I never had that middle ground. Like I'm starting to find that now as I'm getting older, and I'm like no longer like boyish. I'm becoming a little brutish. It's like, yeah, no, we just had sex, and like that was a mistake for me too. She's like, no, you're not alone on this. She's like, no, I feel like I don't want to talk about this either. I want to pretend that never happened too. But sometimes like I don't want to pretend it didn't happen. There was this one girl, like I was out late one night, you know, the tension was thick between me and her. I drove her home. And then I'm like ready to go home because I was like, should I try to invite myself up? Should I try to like, you know, do I need to use the bathroom, coffee? Nah, I'm just gonna go home and like, cause like I'm not in. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm just like, I should barely be driving, let alone having sex tonight, you know? So I'm heading home. I go to Wiener Circle. I don't know if you guys have been all the way up north in Chicago there. They got this Fan Natalie place called the Wiener Circle. I already get my cheeseburger, my hot dog. Like I've already ordered my food. I'm ready to go home. I get a text from her like, hey, you know, you probably should have stayed to hang out, which means sex, because like we never say that, but like, we're like, oh yeah, come over and we'll watch a movie on Netflix. Like Netflix means like we're gonna Netflix. So, you know, she's like, yeah, come on over. I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting here, I got my food, like it's passenger seat, staring at it, like. And like, I just don't know what to do. So I eat the cheeseburger. And I bounce over to her place, you know, I save it, eat the cheeseburger, bounce over to her place. And then it's just like terrible. It was just a bad night of sex. Like I shouldn't have had sex that night. You know, I went home the next morning, I ate the hot dog on the way home, and like, I hated myself. And like, the only thing was, I just wanted a round 2. And speaking of round 2s, I would love to get a round 2 at this place sometime, because it has been choice. These guys even listen. These guys are playing a lot of poker, they listen. Thank you guys, let's keep it going. I wasn't talking to you. I'll talk to you at home. I know you. You live in my house. matter what I do. Like I could have literally came up here and been like. Brilliant. See, there it is. Hey guys, we got more brilliance, way smarter than that stuff coming up your way. Thank you guys. Also, Eric was president of the drama club too, and so was this guy in the front right here. We got a lot of Streamwood High School Drama Club presidents.
Keep it going for the Streamwood High School Drama Club.